Hi guys, I'm Evin Ersan with this dedication report, and today we are going to be looking at some of another awesome book reads that I did. This summer for Honors English, I had to read 3 classical books, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, whoa, 3 classical books? I know, it's a lot. Number 1, our first book that I read was Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer is basically a young boy who is constantly bored. He cannot go without excitement for more than 5 seconds. He literally has to do something to occupy his adventurous mind. Tom Sawyer lives with his Aunt Polly, and his Aunt Polly makes him do a ton of chores, and Tom Sawyer, let's just say, does not like to do chores. He likes to go outside and have fun. He goes on multiple adventures. He goes into super awesome, super cool places. He goes with friends. He does some things that maybe shouldn't be done. And overall, it's a great book, so I highly recommend you read it. The next book we're going to be reading is Treasure Island. And you're probably wondering, what is this Treasure Island book about? It's about treasure. It's about pirates. There's ships that go across seas. There are sailors. There are fights. It's action. It's adventure. You need to read it. It is by Robert Lewis. You need to read it. It's basically about a guy named Jim. Jim is your normal, average, everyday fellow. He did nothing wrong to the world. But what does he get involved in? There's a captain who's at his inn. And you know what the captain does? The captain was actually part of a pirate gang. What does this pirate gang do, you ask? Well, just hold on to your horses because you're about to find out. That pirate gang found a treasure chest. They buried it somewhere, and then the captain dies and gives it to Jim. And then there are people who want the treasure. So what do? They try to attack Jim. Jim goes on this awesome adventure because he wants to find that treasure. Go with Jim on this adventure and find that treasure. Hope you read it. The next book we're going to be looking at is a book called Cherub, and it is by Robert Munchmore. This book is by far the best book I ever read in 8th grade. This book is amazing. It's basically about a kid named James Adams, and James Adams is your typical 6th grader boy. However, he gets in a fight, and his mom dies from an alcohol overdose, so he's super upset, and he's in despair. Then he gets arrested because he tried stealing from someplace, and it starts off really depressing. But the next morning, he wakes up in a totally new place. It's not the police station cell he stayed in last night. Where is it? What is it? Find out by reading it. It's awesome. It's cool. And hint, hint, it's about a super secret agent organization in Britain called the M16. All right, guys, this final book is by far the best book I've ever read in my entire life. Now, you're probably wondering, geez, Evan has pretty high expectations, so this book has to be pretty good. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is amazing. The book is called The Book Thief, and it's by Marcus Zusak. And this book is amazing. It has so much figurative language, so much symbolism, so much different word alliteration, and all this other language arts. There's just no words to describe it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just phenomenal. This book is about a girl. She's in Nazi Germany. It's like 1940. And guess who the narrator of the book is? No, it's not the girl. No, it's not some side character who's watching the girl. It's Death. Death is the narrator. It's just so unique and different. It's by far the best book I ever read in my life. Basically, her mother dies in the beginning of the book, and she's sent to a foster family, and she has to learn to survive in Nazi Germany. That's pretty amazing. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed all of these books that I share with you today. I highly recommend you read them. They're great, and share it with your friends if you see this video because these books are absolutely amazing. Reporting for QC Family Focus Magazine, I'm Evin Ersan, and have fun reading.